Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Bradley 790 utility shelf. This is a shelf that I'm familiar with. I've sold a lot of these. This is what it looks like. So if you know what you're looking at, then it's not so much a mystery to you how it works, but if it's your first time seeing this, it might be. Here's how this is a fold-up utility shelf, meaning that it will automatically return to the vertical position when it is no longer in use. So the shelf, when used, folds down, and it doesn't look like it takes a lot of energy to pull it down, and it really doesn't. But when you're doing this, you can feel that the spring it strikes me as a strong spring, is what I'm trying to say. And I've weighted the shelf at the outside position, and it really only takes about 1.25 pounds to keep the shelf down. So let's give you a little closer look at the shelf. I think my camera's got a little bit of lag on it. They call this finish stippled. This is the portion that mounts to the toilet partition. That's the side that you see. So this is what it looks like when you're looking at the shelf from the toilet compartment. And the shelf folds down and then returns back up. So it'd be a handy shelf to have when you're in the toilet compartment in the seated position. Do click on the link to the instructions above this video, because they will very clearly show you how this is installed. Basically, the instructions say to install the shelf in the path of travel of the toilet compartment door. What they're meaning is that when the toilet compartment door is in the closed position, as you see here, the shelf can come down and would actually help prevent the door from being opened, I suppose, although that's not its intended use, but that would be a net effect of it. Installing it that way includes 2 heavy-duty, so it's got to be 1/4-inch bolts. Let's take a look and see. Not really saying what size these bolts are. I'm going to guess that they're 1/4-inch. You'll have a acorn nut on the exterior, or on the opposite side. When you have the assembly like this, there's an acorn nut that has a hole drilled through it. That'll be on the inside. Installing it, you'll install this 1/4-inch flat washer, then your acorn nut. You'll then remove this other acorn nut that's got the hole through it. Mounts through the wall, through the compartment. Won't be quite that far because your compartment will sit right in here. Then on this side, you'll have a 1/4-inch lock washer. And this bolt is long enough where you'll be able to install it. It won't stick out. The bolts will not stick out past this support wing when they're installed, or most likely will not. So if your compartment is 3/4 thick, which would be pretty typical, you know, your bolt, you can't even see it. Maybe it'll stick out ever so slightly, but most likely will not. Let's get some dimensions on this. So first of all, the length of the shelf itself about 12 inch. Well, closer to 13. Let me measure that by hand. You got 13 inch on the inside of the shelf. The usable portion from here to here is 13 inch. The usable width of the shelf is 5 inch. You can see there. Chrome plated. It's an imported item, but feels like it would do a decent job as a flip handle here to allow it to be easily pulled down. Don't really have too much else to say about this except that it's a typical shelf, a fold-up style, used in a lot of commercial applications, hotels. Not hotels as much as I've seen them in airports. Although I have seen them in hotels as well. If you have any questions on the Bradley 790 fold-up utility shelf or any other Bradley item, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.